Hello, hello, everyone. How are you? Make sure that we are live here. If you are here and you can hear me, drop something in those comments for me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep, I hear myself. I hear myself. There I am. Okay. How's everybody doing? Oh my goodness. Hello. I got dressed up a little bit for y'all. And so tonight is a full moon. Well, rather earlier today, this morning it was. So technically it was last night into today. Happy full moon, Gemini full moon. Do I have any Geminis in the house? Drop it. Drop it if you're a Gemini. And if you're not, give me one word that describes how this full moon has been going for you. Okay, one word. Hi, Karen. Hi, Courtney. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Lasagna. Oh, yes. Yes, I was like rooting for the Gemini full moon. So I have a Mercury placement in Gemini. So it's definitely been hitting. Welcome, welcome, Zaralath. Everyone's here. All right. Awesome. So some of you know the drill. For those of you that don't, you may ask a question anytime throughout the course of the hour. And I also put some reflective questions at the beginning of the chat. If you're more interested in maybe aligning a question with the full moon and the lunar cycle, you can check those out and see if that might be something you want to ask. You can also, if you'd like to ask about a person, I'm fine with that, but some of you like to stay anonymous with that. You can just use an initial to represent that person if you'd like to ask about this or them. And then, of course, if you just want a general message, if you're just like, I'm open to the highest and best message from the universe, just put, I'm open, highest and best message, please, from my spirit team, from the universe, and we will get that for you. So Kimberly has given us, she doesn't have the Gemini in her chart maybe, but or maybe you do, but it's not your sun sign. I know that. One word is intense. Okay, so it's been intense. Karen says, feels like correction, if that makes sense. Like whatever was messed up or broken or bent this year is being corrected. Yeah, I think I can sense that too. Courtney has the word clarity. I love that. I love that too with the Gemini. Yeah. Okay. I definitely felt the energy. I was kind of bopping around my house today doing stuff, this and that and the other. And I get a little distracted on things anyway. And it's not really a distraction. I'm a manifesting generator. I'm an INFJ. And so when I see something that needs to be done, I'll start it and then I'll get it most of the way there. Then I'll leave it for another project and then I'll go and then I'll do something else that needs to be done. And somehow I can get it all done in the same time that if somebody just focused on the one thing at a time gets it done. It's wild, but I'm sure it can drive the rest of the people in my house crazy. So, okay, reminders and announcements, and then we'll get going. Go ahead and drop your questions whenever you're ready, or if you have a theme or whatever you want me to look into, go ahead and drop that down. And we're going to go straight through to 8 p.m. I've got some new decks out tonight. I really wanted to use this Moon Witch deck, but has a lot of, I mean, it's not real human nudity, but it's like these characters, and YouTube doesn't always like that. So I might have to cover up a few if I use those cards. Remember to hit the like button for me. That helps the algorithms. If you're enjoying this, and share it with a friend. As you bump into the like-minded, like-hearted people that might have fun joining this community, we've been going for a little while now, let them know about it. Let them know and see if they might be interested. And then somebody just did, but there's emojis. If you look in the comment section there, over to the right, there's little emojis. You can either get the little cartoonish ones, you can click on those, or you can just click on the heart and make the little emojis do their thing. So that's something you might want to have a little fun with too. All these things help with the algorithms and help me out. And also in the description for this live and most all of my videos, I have links to my private one-on-one sessions. Prices are going to be changing in 2025. You can imagine, right? And so if there's anything you want to take advantage of, be sure you do that now. On Instagram at Creators on the Crest, I am listing my holiday specials like crazy. Y'all who have been on there, you're seeing them in the stories. There's one in particular I wanted to mention that a lot of people really like, and I only offer it this time of year. It's a 12-month outlook reading. So I will go month by month in 2025 and see what the energies are like. Now, you can absolutely uh, go ahead and specify the theme you want. If you want me to look into relationships or you're looking career, you can do that. You can ask a few questions and I'll blend them in and see if we can land on some timing. But those are really fun and you can refer back to them each month goes. You can refresh yourself. You have the full recording. It's usually about an hour long, give or take recording, and it goes through all 12 months. And everybody is loving those. So that might be something you might be interested in. And then I'm doing something really crazy, y'all. I don't know why, because do I have time? No, but I really want to have more of a live Frequency Friday. I want to have a live, like channeled session where I'll be live like this, but I'm going to do collective channeled messages rather than answering one-off questions. I think it'll be a really nice way to ground as you're going into the weekend. So keep your eyes out for that. I haven't even got the thumbnail for it. I just got the name for it today. The clarity came through. Mercury went direct and I figured it out. So that'll just be another nice opportunity to join in and see what the messages are. Okay. Last full moon. Is this the last full moon of 2024? Yeah. All right. Okay. I think I'm seeing some questions here. And Lasagna, you are open to the highest message. You have a Gemini stellium. I'm not surprised. Okay. So y'all, I'm gonna give Lasagna a shameless plug because I absolutely love her content. Okay, she is the goddess Key, and if you want to have raw, real, rich topics and conversations, authenticity, check her out. She's awesome. She's rocking it. She's on TikTok. She's on YouTube. Please check her out. Amazing, amazing work. Very aligned, like-minded, like-hearted, just beautiful energy. And yes, a Gemini stellium. So the highest message, we're going to use this cute little Wild Wolf tarot and get you a few cards here. Oh, nice. Okay, so you have a couple real interesting cards. You have, first of all, the Three of Hunters. Now, in this deck, this represents the Three of Pentacles in the traditional tarot, and it says collaboration. So, Lasagna, some sort of collaboration is making its way to you, or maybe you're working on a collaboration. I actually feel like whatever this collaboration is, it has quite a nice energy to it in the sense that the energy feels balanced and it feels like a win-win, maybe even a win-win-win, because I'm seeing three in here type scenario. So if you've been thinking about maybe joining a podcast or you're working with somebody on something, really, really nice time for collaboration for you to seek that out and see how you can work with others. And then also you've got the Queen of Swords. So this is very interesting coming up with the collaboration card because it's a card of independence. It's a card of you, the wolf, on top of the mountain, but she is by herself in solitude and she is fine. This also a leadership energy, however. So this might be something with highlighting your own specific skills and whatever collaborations that you come into, it's important that it does bring out your own specific skills. So it could be working with people that are in your same area of work, but have a little bit different specialty so that each of you can come forth and show how you shine individually here. So we have this independent kind of feeling going on. Now, I would like to get a card for you from the Empath's Oracle, too. This oracle is a bit more abstract and it's got really interesting imagery on it. So to close out your question here, your highest, whoa, that one came flying out there. Luckily, it didn't drop on the floor. You got number 23, learning from social conflict. Wow. And I know, Lasagna, some of the things that you've talked about, the topics that you've touched on in your content, you have talked about working with others, relationships to others. And it's beautiful that you can take away such important information from actually probably dealing with conflict over the years. So, collaboration, independence, and learning from conflict. And I'll try to hold this card up a little bit closer. We've got some faces and imagery kind of coming out of the picture here. So, it's one thing where you kind of have your own niche and you're like into it, right? And you're like, okay, I got this and I'm flowing. When you start to bring other people in the picture, or I'm also wondering, I don't know, this is coming up. If you've been thinking about hiring like a virtual assistant or somebody to help you with your social media marketing or something, these energies are coming up, the collaboration, the independence, and the social conflict. So navigating the relationships and the energies as we, as entrepreneurs, are saying, hey, this is my vision, this is what I want, can be a little tricky to maybe trust somebody else with the vision or to assist you with the vision. And through conflict, though, comes great learning. So maybe there's something to be gained there. Woo, interesting. Hello, Jen. Thank you, Lasagna. Great question. I like when people leave it open to, because it just, whatever comes, comes. All right, Karen's got, what would be the best use of my energy in the last few weeks of 2024? Okay, the best use of Karen's energy for the last few weeks of 2024. I know, because there's a lot going on, right? So how to direct the energy. All right. Woo. So I'll say right off the bat, I'm getting the fire element for you, Karen, here. You've got the 10 of Wands, meaning that you are navigating responsibility these last few weeks. It may have to do with the holidays and the planning and all of that and kids, right? Making sure everybody gets to here, to there, the food and everything. But I would like to point out that this wolf paw that we're looking at in this picture, it appears to look like wood. And I know you're a driftwood artist. So I think the stronger message between all the holiday, this and that and the other, right? The stronger message here is your responsibility to your craft and your responsibility to your art. And really possibly impressioning upon yourself and upon your own heart your goals for this art as you go into 2025. So there's definitely that part of you that wants to commit and be responsible to that energy. And then you have the Ace of Wands, inspiration. So I really like that you could focus the energies of inspiration together with responsibility, because responsibility, you're like, okay, I'm going to commit to this. It can be an intense, heavy energy, but inspiration comes in, right? The inner muse, and it awakens. So as you're navigating this Yule time, and there's certain energies, there's all kinds of energies going around. But if you can hone in on the nature energies of Yule, the tree, right? So the tree, the wood, the elements that are going on, the warmth, and utilize that for inspiration, that's coming through nice and strong. Now let's get Here we go. Let's get you a card from the Moon Witch Oracle here to close off your message. Very cool. I see Faith, I think, is here. Hi, Faith. Trying to say hi as I see people. Oh, you're most welcome, Lasagna. Thank you so much for popping on. All right. Uh-oh. Karen, you know it. You got the blue moon. You are ready. Make your masterpiece. You are ready. Make your masterpiece. And look at this. All the moon cycles all coming to that full moon. I don't think it's a blue moon because that's like twice in 1 month, right? But we are at a powerful last moon of 2024. And that fire element, that wood element is coming in for you. So make your masterpiece. You are ready. And it kind of feels like, I know you make different pieces, but maybe there's some really stunning piece that you've envisioned. And maybe it's time to work on that one, right? Like that eye catcher, that one that like when you create it, it's going to be like your showcase. Just saying. Okay. Hope that feels good for you there. Does to me. It feels beautiful. Okay. Kimberly says, what do I need to know for the last 2 weeks of 2024? Thank you. All right. We're going to switch over to the Norse Tarot. Got some jingle bells jingling. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for the likes. I see people liking. I appreciate that. All right. Ooh. Ooh. All right, Kimberly. First up, you get the 10 of Cups. Okay, so your focus for the last 2 weeks of 2024 would be 1, come together in community. Now, here we see kind of possibly like a family or community kind of situation where there seem to be members of a family perhaps here, and also other people raising their cup to that. This does not have to be limited to just a biological family. This can be you coming together, maybe in a group of supportive individuals. With the cups energy, this would be a space that actually makes you feel good, that you feel good about being in, that you feel comfortable, that you feel seen and recognized, even though there's a lot of other energies around. So this is very social energy. So really selecting those social spaces and the family and community spaces that you think, you feel, you know will be the most comfortable and rewarding for you with this 10 of Cups. And along with that, we got the Empress. Now, in this particular deck, I forget about her, how she's depicted. She's got the winged helmet, right? She's got the cat, the striped cat, which kind of reminds me, because I know you have a cat, so it kind of reminds me of Lucy. And then, she's got the green cape, so she's coming from her heart space. In this particular depiction, she is standing as opposed to sitting down, and I feel like this has something to do with standing in your power in these spaces, standing in the spaces that help you feel empowered. And that as much as you give, you feel the receipt of the energy as well, because the Empress is a lot about receiving energy. And I'll take this time real quick for the ladies here, the ladies that are watching. I am doing a webinar Tuesday evening, 12/17. I'm closing out the registration tomorrow, Monday night by midnight. If you'd like to join in, we're going to embody the Empress. We're going to embody this character, our own inner Empress, our archetype within us. And we're going to do a special closure process. So if that's something you're interested in, head over to Instagram, message me, somehow get in touch with me, and I can send you the details if you're interested in that. So sorry, Kim, to go up in, but I forgot to mention that earlier. And I wanted to make sure if anyone's interested. It's called Hack the Lack. So we're really going to be going into any limiting beliefs. And we're really going to be clearing those out with the closure process, but doing it from the embodied place of the Empress. So every woman has her own unique way of expressing her inner empress. And it can be really fun to look at that archetype and work on embodying her and really bringing that into who we are, because she is sensual, she is powerful, she is seen, she is receptive, she is flowing. She has a lot of beautiful characteristics. Okay, let's get you a card, Kimberly, to close out from the Beyond Lemuria Oracle here. I love the energy of Lemuria personally. I love the Pacific Hawaiian Islands and all of that area. My heart line, my heart energy is really close to that. So I always feel really good energy when I'm over there, which isn't enough. And Kimberly, you got number 6, the high heart chakra, ecstatic bliss. Ecstatic bliss. Ooh, Kimberly, it might be a time, we're having this Empress energy, we're having this heart chakra, the ecstatic bliss, for you to really enjoy being in your body. Now, this could be through dance, this could be through movement, stretching, breathing, using maybe some heart-centered breath work. I know you've gone through some big meditations lately, we'll just call it that. And this is movement into that high heart so that you begin operating. And even though there's a glare from the light, this is a bright white spot, that high heart, moving into the high heart energies on the card itself. So I'm really loving that for you. All right. Loving it. Love how everybody's asking a unique question. Hi, Faith. Faith and I, we share a very similar astrological chart. like eerily, like our birthday is the same. I think there's like one placement that's different. Isn't that amazing? Like how we can be like so different, but have the same, a lot of the same energies. It's wild. So, Faith, okay, best advice for my aunt's situation and my best reaction to it. Oh, okay. Reaction. We'll change that. Your best response. How about that? Maybe take some of the, what is going on with your aunt here? Okay. So what's really interesting here, not knowing exactly what's going on with your aunt, she got the 9 of caretakers and it says pleasure. Now, in the traditional tarot, the 9 of cups is what this card is. And we've got a lot of emotional energy going on. So whatever she's going through, keep in mind, there's a lot of emotional energy that is on the surface, right? That is visible because this fish is jumping out of the water, flapping its tail. And I honestly, even though it says pleasure here, I get a chaotic, energetic sense. Okay. I get chaos within her heart, chaos. Okay. And that chaos, for some reason right now, whatever she's going through, is very visible. All right. Now, she may have found over the years some comfort in the drama, in the chaos, in things like that. The 9 of Cups can be a card of feeling proud of what one has accomplished. However, if one's accomplishments aren't really aligned with their authentic self, it can cause this chasm, this break in their energy. And that's what I feel, because what I see you responding with is compassion and the Ace of Caretakers, or the Ace of Cups. Now, what's really important about this card here, imagine yourself, you Faith, you're looking, you're here on the channel, You have done a certain amount of healing. Your soul has evolved to a certain place. You are the wolf. Your aunt is the mouse. Okay, when it comes to the spiritual evolution, right? And that's nothing against her. She's just at a different place, a different frequency, and it's definitely more chaotic. Compassion in these situations, especially connected to women in our line, in our heritage, in our families, it can be really tough to extend that. So, in order to do so, the Ace of Cups reminds us first that our cup has to be full. So, attempting to extend compassion when your cup isn't full, when you're not well rested, or if you are part of the caretaking group, being able to have some boundaries, being able to have some distance, being able to ask someone else to maybe take the lead while you replenish yourself before you respond, before you react to the situation. So compassion is a beautiful thing. But again, we want it to be out of authenticity and out of the overflow of our own cup feeling full first. So if your own cup doesn't feel full, and I can ask you that question right now, and you can just answer quietly to yourself, is your cup full? Yes or no? If not, then it's important to take the steps to fill your cup first before you do this, because there's a lot of I want to say also empathy coming through, and it's a beautiful thing. It's what makes it's the humane in humanity. Okay, these beautiful things, but you do not have to serve even a response to someone else if your cup is not full. And so that's the message that's coming through for how you can best respond or best manage your response to it. Her situation, like a fish out of water, right? Uncomfortable, chaotic. You see that, and you really truly do have compassion, but to try to respond with compassion in moments where you're not feeling full isn't going to have the effect you'd like it to. So you really got to get to that cause point where your cup is full. And I'm going to get you a card also from the Empath Oracle here, since compassion and empathy is coming up. Breathing deeply. All right. Something else, faith, that may fill your cup at this time is number 14, expressing artistic creativity. Now, I think I'm remembering like Frida, right? And the art, and just I feel like in your own personal way you like to express your art, whether it's painting, drawing, journaling, even writing, that may be a really nice mode for you to take right now to fill your cup, a really nice action. And maybe in some of we see kind of around this figure, there is some chaotic energy. There's energy going out, there's energy coming in, and the character is kind of straight faced, kind of has that resting face, doesn't look bitchy, it's just a resting face. And there are images within images, energies within energies here. And so as you express yourself on paper or on a canvas, that is really going to be helpful to you. And I'd like to invite you to, if you need to scribble and just, get it out, kind of rage out a little bit, do that. If you need to take the paint and go to a place where you won't ruin your nice furniture or whatever, and just throw paint at the canvas and just make some crazy thing, do that. Let it be cathartic, let it be therapeutic for you, and something that can help you fill your cup, because some of this needs to be processed here so that you can respond with the compassion and loving energies that you want to respond with ultimately. All right. Wow, great. You guys got some great questions as usual, as per usual here. Courtney says, message for the greatest good. Hi, Tina. I see Tina's here too. I got to scroll down and then I see the messages. Okay, Courtney, message for your greatest good. I think everybody else, okay. Yeah. All right. Courtney's greatest good. Oh, interesting. Okay, Courtney, for you, we have the Page of Cups in the traditional tarot. This is also the Pup of Caretakers. Kind of like reminds me of Hondo when Hondo was a baby puppy. Oh. But here we have creativity and also, I want to say curiosity. Okay. Curiosity, it could be curiosity around emotions, it could be curiosity around what is going to bloom forth next for you as you go into next year. I feel like there is this turning point for you, not necessarily a pivot where you're going to change something entirely, but there is a turning point where you have some sort of realization that's going to be coming to you through your emotional curiosity, and it's going to lead to a creative outcome for you. Very beautiful, curious, friendly, inviting energy that I get from this. And then you also got, so now we have a theme coming up because Lasagna got this too. The Three of Pentacles, collaboration. So, in your curiosity about your creativity, you may be inspired to speak with others. You may be taking feedback from others. You may be, I know you do body work, so maybe you'll be testing some different things with different people. I volunteer. I volunteer for sure. So this could be collaborations that you have with others. Again, I feel that balanced collaboration is the best, where it's win-win situations and scenarios coming through. I think there are things to be learned here through you collaborating with somebody else. I'm also you're really good with your content at projecting and expressing through your voice. So there is also the element of your voice being heard and speaking about what you do, and there being a lot of power behind that. So great time to be on a podcast or, something where maybe creating your own podcast. Maybe it's time to look into that for yourself. We shall see. Let's get a card for you from the Moon Witch Oracle here. And I have a podcast. It's called Real Life Mages, and I need to have some of y'all on with me soon. I'm looking to get it on Spotify. I have it up on YouTube, but I'd like to have it more, spread out. So that is on the goals for 2025. Courtney, you also got Lilith, reclaim your power. Now, we have all these celestial influences and all these celestial bodies, and Lilith can be, I would say, considered to be a little more of a shadowy kind of energy. In this case, I'm getting a subconscious type of energy. It says here, reclaim your power. And I don't feel like your power is lost, but it is dormant. Dormant is the word I want to use. And you are going to be stepping in to a much greater, more powerful version of yourself. And this is probably going to come through your voice and how you project. I'm even thinking, like, I believe you've told me you're a projector in human design. It is time to project your power, your creativity through your voice. Through your voice. People need to hear. And this is really beautiful too, because it's kind of hard to tell on the camera here, but this is a phoenix wrapping its wings around her. So there's kind of this reclaim, rebirth, reignite kind of energy coming forth. Deep from the subconscious, the shadows. This would be aligned with your Scorpio energy, right? So I love that. I love that for you. I think that's beautiful. Lots coming through with your voice too. Good time for a sip of water here. Mm-hmm. Okay. And hi, I said hi to Jen, I think. Oh, Lasagna's saying she has the Aquarius North Node and Mars. Ooh, yes. Yes, yes. I love that. I'm Aquarius rising. Zeralath says, I'd like a reading. What's the next step I need to bring in more wealth? Wealth and abundance. Yes, let's do it. For all of us. What does Zeralath need to do to bring in more wealth? More wealth, more wealth. Well, actually, you said next step. So let's see what your next step is. So I'm going to just tell you what you've got and then I'll break it down. Getting that cough. Okay. So first out came the 7 of Swords. Second out came the 2 of Swords. Okay. So there's a subconscious thought running through you of like, how do I show up to attract abundance for myself with all these other players around? Now, I feel like some of these players are distracting to you. Some carry knowledge and information, some carry lessons, but it does feel like at the moment when you ask to open up and bring in more wealth, that it's almost like there's this clearing out here. You're facing all of this. And I think they're subconscious thoughts. Now, they may have expressed themselves in people or characters in your life, like, as within, as without, the correspondence may have arisen that way. And it may feel like, oh my gosh, I've got to weed through all of this. But really, if we really look at this literally, you've got one sword and there's only 6 more. So there's 6 thought patterns here, subconscious, that need to come up and out. How? How do we get those up and out so we can clear your frequency and get you into abundance? 2 of Swords. Okay, now 2 of Swords. Normally, I'd say, oh, this is conflict or indecision. But look, these guys are planning their next move. They're playing chess. They're playing chess. A highly intellectual game where you have to have strategy and you do have to have intelligence to play this game. Many moves, you have to think ahead, right? So there's some strategy involved here. This too could come in a character, a mentor, someone that I would say, even if they're a mentor, they feel like an equal to you and you can learn with them. But there's something about a challenge here. And I don't know. I don't like the idea of escape rooms, but you know what I mean? Escape room challenges or chess, playing chess, or these kind of like, this is going to help you unlock these mental subconscious codes that are blocking your wealth coming in and finding you. So it could be beliefs. It could be determining like, okay, so some of this stuff you may not want to even deal with, right? Because it could be worldly things that make no sense. There's a lot of that going on right now, okay? And some of these have had anywhere from minor to major impressions on you as you've gone through life, right? But you're in a good position here. Look how you're standing. First of all, the character in the card is you, right? You got green on. So that tells me you are leading from your heart. The spear is like coming from the heart space in that solar plexus, putting your best foot forward in a strong stance. And somehow through challenge, this is what's going to unlock the codes to your wealth and abundance. Now, let's get you a card here. Yeah, from the Beyond Lemuria. Let's go into Lemuria. Do you use Lemurian quartz crystal? Might be a good one for you to help unlock some of this. I love Lemurian quartz. I think it's a great crystal to work with. So if you've got some of that, make it your buddy. Make it your friend. Yeah, this is a mental thing for you. Next step is to clear out. You've got the crown chakra, the unlimited self. Okay? And this is where you are ignited. This is your ignition code here. This is number 9. Number 9 in the tarot connected to the hermit, which I like to say is the master magician of the tarot. It makes total sense. He's the most introspective character, and he's been through the journey. He's not just wildly using his magic, testing things out. He's very focused, very introspective, and very much knows how to interpret challenges on the path. There's a lot of foresight coming in here, so I'm wondering if you're not already I feel like you're already in the process of connecting with that future version of you where the wealth is coming in. You may need to work on envisioning or bring that into your daily, like, what would it look like if I had X, right? This is what my goal is. What would it look like if I had this coming in? How would that affect my daily life? What would I be doing differently? And in some cases, you may not be doing things differently. You may just have a different feeling. See if you can tune into that. And there's this ignition of new ideas once you get past this, the challenge. And it's just you versus you at the end of the day. So, before I close out on yours, there's something about 6 weeks as well, a change in 6 weeks that may affect this. So, or a check back, check in with yourself after 6 weeks, kind of keep track of things. Okay. Wow. Cool. Cool. Okay, Karen said, "Wow, powerful, clear. I see the wood inside that paw." Yes, that was so cool. Getting inspired to decide what to do with that driftwood after your surgery. I hope that goes well, by the way. Really smooth, very easy. That's what we're manifesting for. The gold moon, and gold is your color. I love it. Gold is powerful. Okay, Tina, hello. You want to pull more positive energy from the universe to surround your mom's house. Wow, getting into the magic, Tina. It sometimes feels like bad juju going on, and I want to get rid of it. You want rid of this. Okay. So, your mom's energy, I'm going to assume, is in the house, right? Your mom's physical presence is in the house, right? And you're sensing that there's something not so great there. So you can definitely affect the environment somewhat. However, if mom herself is carrying a certain energy and she has an agreement with that energy, and she is either unaware, ignorant to, does not want to be aware, it's part of her lesson, life lesson, there may not, you may not be able to affect her path. Okay. And we want her to have her path. Okay. As long as she's not a danger to herself or others. Okay. But the bad juju. Okay. So you sense something. You sense some bad juju. Let's see what's going on with that. You want to pull, your intention is to pull more positive energy in. Okay, from the universe. So you're definitely aligning with the universe, which is great. We use the universe as like our best friend, right? Bestie uni. All right, so how do you pull more positive energy? This is like a big goal of yours, I feel like. And I think this is going to pull you into, if you're not already into energy work for yourself and how you work with energy, I think this is going to pull you further into that, Tina. I think there's something there for you. So you'll have to let me know. Have you done Reiki? Have you taken classes? Have you, it doesn't have to be Reiki, healing touch, just working with your own energy, because I see that for you. This is turning into something bigger for you from what I can see here. You got this pack of watchers, okay? And this is a Knight of Swords energy, ambition. And it's also drive. So this lights you up to do this kind of work and to work with the universal energies and pull in and affect the reality field energetically is a thing for you. Okay. It's part of your life purpose. So, of course, you care about mom, you love mom, you want good juju in her house, right? This is a good ignition point for you, a good starting point. But there's more to it. It's more personal to you from what I'm picking up here. Okay. And we'll get into the details in a minute because I'm starting to get some of that. You also got the Page of Pentacles, and this is entrepreneur energy. So we may have stumbled on you having a little business with energy clearing. Okay. Now, we don't have to get into stressing out about, oh, I got to make this, a big job for myself right now. The page, the pup, is curious, playing with the ideas, playing with the creativity, having fun, seeing how they can get started with us. So we don't want to put too much pressure on you yet. The universe will take care of that. But you've got this gifted energy to work with energy. You've got it in you already. And that's why you're pulled to do that. Now, I am getting, before I pull another card, I am getting that it may be helpful to set up a crystal grid around the home. And I would set up something. I'm getting the stone. There's a stone called Apache tear. And it's a black stone. And black stones tend to absorb energy, negative energy. And I'm getting the number 4, like one at like front and center to the house. And you can just like bury these or place them if the ground is frozen. Go ahead and just place them, next to a tree or something like that. Just place them. You don't have to ever worry about touching these particular crystals again or moving them or doing anything. In fact, you're going to be dedicating them to the land as you do this. Apache tear is coming up as a good one. If you can't get a hold of that, there's another one called Jet, which I'm seeing that you could possibly use as well. Now, there may be some other crystal hounds on here. If you got any other ideas, those are the ones I'm getting for you in particular, Tina, for this situation. And one near the front, center, back, center, side to side. And you just, as you are placing them, you are gifting them to the land and to the energy of the land and the energy of the circumference. And imagining, if you can imagine, like when you place the 4, when you place the final one, it creates a circle around the house. And then that circle, it changes and builds and grows into a sphere. So it surrounds the entire house, goes down below the ground, the basement, everything's included. Okay. So this is going to be the work that you do and practice with that, with the intention of absorbing negative energy, bringing peace, calm, joy, all the beautiful things that you want. If you would like to write down a few words and maybe have a little saying or a little quote that you say as you place each stone, that can also help because we have the power of evoking, right? And there's a lot of power in our words. I think I've talked about like the 4 agreements before and how much we can influence through our words. And that's come up a couple times here, right? Already tonight, people using their voice. So there may be some special energy that you'd like to project into that, evoking what's close to your heart about this situation. Let's get you a card from the Moon Witch Oracle here to see what else you might be able to do. Yeah, because we want you to enjoy your time at your mom's house, right? Woo! I did shuffle and Lilith came out again. So it's very interesting because Courtney got this, right? This this Lilith energy, okay? So Tina, you're asking about something beautiful that you want to do for your mom's house and you want to be rid of it. But there's also these greater meanings in you asking this and having this intention. And a lot of this has to do with reclaiming your gift and your own personal power. And that through, and, I'll just point out, we already talked about the phoenix wrapping around this character, but she has on the very dark cloak, and it's almost like molten lava is like blending into the ground. And we have these beautiful flowers and stars around Lilith. Lilith is intense, it's a dark energy, but it's also beautiful. And it's what gives us the power to rise from the ashes. So this tells me, and also picking up Apache tear as one of the possible stones to use, tells me that there may be possibly some Native American influence on the land at your mother's house, and that may need to be resolved. And through this little ritual that you can do that I've mentioned here, it could resolve that as well. And that's why I was getting gift the land. And that will help in this situation. Okay, Tina, if you do this, you have to come back and tell me how it goes. And trust your intuition. If you need to adapt some of the specifics, you don't have to be like, what did she say? Exactly this, exactly. If there's something you're like, okay, I'm really feeling called to this stone instead of that, or whatever, you need to trust your own intuition, because this is about you having gifts as an energy worker as well. So it's about that trust as well for you. Okay. Kimberly said that resonates. Jen was going to say Hawaii carries the energies of Lemuria. Yeah, definitely feeling that. Love those Hawaii vibes myself. Ecstatic bliss, Kim's liking that. I know, right? So ecstatic dance, movement, all that good stuff. Yes, response, Faith said. Yeah, I know, right? When we're so emotionally connected to things, we are in that reactive energy, and we want to change it to responding, right? Definitely. 9 of caretakers. Wow. Karen says Aaron the Gemini wants a general message from his spirit guides. All right, on the Gemini full moon, we get to give Aaron the Gemini a general message from his spirit guides. Okay. I love it. Faith says, good idea. It's for sure chaotic. Yeah. Frida, I hope I said that right. Yeah. In the art. Yep. You're welcome. You're welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for the feedback. All right. We're going to do Aaron, and then we'll do a final message. Okay. Courtney said, that's crazy you said that about the Native Americans with Tina's reading, because the house runs along the path of the Trail of Tears. Ooh, I just got the chills in the country, and I was getting Apache tear. I mean, that stone came up first. Like, I'm seeing it. Like, I'm like, can I please share again how to sign up for Hack the Lack? Yes. Okay. So here on YouTube, I have a post. It'll be under community for some of you, or it'll be under post or general or something. It's different if you're like paid on YouTube, or you're just public YouTube watcher. And it has all the slides for Hack the Lack, and in the description for that I have the link. It's a Stripe link, and you just sign up and you pay through Stripe, and you'll put your email in, and then I'll see that you registered, and then you're in, and I'll be in touch with you. You can also, if you are on Instagram following me at Creators on the Crest, you can just DM me there. I'll get you the link. You can email me at creatorsonthecrest@gmail.com, and I'll get you the link. Okay, so some different ways there. Thank you for asking that. I'm getting to the point where I'm getting better with my marketing and my communications and setting up a newsletter, and the struggle is real. Okay, so Aaron the Gemini, your message from your spirit guides. You got first the 5 of Pentacles, and this is a card of poverty, it says. Okay. Now, I don't think this necessarily means you're living in poverty or are going to be, but there may be within you a bit of I want to say programming that there is not enough, or there won't be enough, or more personally speaking, whatever I do, it's never enough. Or whoever I show up as, I'm never enough, right? There's some sort of message that you got probably when you were younger that your spirit guides are pointing out here to say you are always enough just as you are. Okay? So there may be some stress, there may be some anxiety. It may be that it's just an undercurrent kind of feeling for you of like, there's not enough. There won't be enough. This could be what keeps you up at night, but usually this kind of energy stems from some sort of abandonment, whether really overt and you knew it was an abandonment, to very covert, like somebody just said something once to you. And if you were in that formative part of your mind from ages 0 to 7, you took it on as a belief. And so your spirit guides are wanting you to work with this energy. Okay? And this is going to have a really positive effect on the direction that you take things next. Because it's important for you. This is the Ace of Wands or the Ace of Leaders in this. And somebody else had this too. Is it you, Courtney? I can't remember. But I'm getting in for you here. This is about following your true north, Aaron. Okay. Now, your true north isn't going to take you into lack and poverty and worry and concern and stress. It's going to operate from an inspired place that carries you to your gifts, your talents, your abilities. So, naturally, the emotions that you feel connected to that are going to feel a heck of a lot better than the emotions that might have been coming from a program when you were younger, or just, some unkind or dismissive words that somebody said to you once, right? So, Aaron, you're being called to follow what inspires you. And if you're not sure what that is, take a little journey with it. See if you can figure it out. Play a little bit. The Ace of Wands is we're just starting out. We're working with the fire element. We're really feeling into what lights us up. And when you clear out this energy here, whatever was impressed upon you at some point when you were younger, this fire is going to light right up. And you're going to feel really good about the direction you're going. And you're going to trust it because it's your true north. Yeah. Let's get you a card from Beyond Lemuria as well, from your spirit guides, to close out your question, your message. I also, this has been really interesting. I'll mention this for you Geminis. A lot of the readings, not a lot, but some of the readings, I couldn't tell you the percentage. I'm not a mathlete, but I will say some of the Gemini readings, when I do the reading, especially for Gemini, I end up reading, I always set up my 10-day readings like the energies that you have specifically, and then the energies of the other person connected to you or situation. And I feel like almost half the time in the Gemini readings, I get one side of you and another side of you. One way you express and live your life, and another way you show me that duality. And so a lot of times in the reading, I'm sitting there and there's times I'm like, is this another person? Oh, I think it's you. I think it's another aspect of you. So it's fascinating to me, Gemini energy. My father was a Gemini. I've got the Mercury in it, and I have a lot of fun with those readings. And I know sometimes people come into the tarot readings, they want to hear about the other person. But honestly, the most growth comes from learning about ourselves, because that's going to affect how we relate to others. So if you catch any of those Gemini readings, some of them have been really cool and powerful with that dualistic nature that Gemini is known for. Okay, so Aaron, so you have the number 46 card. That could be a significant age, possibly, or 4 plus 6 is 10. So the number 10 could be important. But you got Star Seer. And again, I am taken back to you in your childhood and having a sense and a knowing of naturally having a sense and a knowing of other dimensions and being very attuned to that as a young person. You may really enjoy studying and playing with the quantum field and quantum mechanics. That could be a really nice field of study for you here with this Star Seer. Okay, you said, I got that North one too, and next year he's 46. Yeah, this is a really good year for you to explore these energies, these other dimensional energies, the quantum field, quantum mechanics, all that fascinating. I mean, it's definitely intriguing. And it's also, what's interesting is the quantum dynamics and the subconscious work is quantum is where we can shorten the time that we have to deal with these energies that just don't fit us anymore, and we get closer to our manifestations and our inspirations when we work with the quantum energy. So I'm getting that for Aaron the Gemini. Very cool. And if you're hearing this and you're on here, because I'm like, I like this, I'm calling this in too, Aaron. So thank you for asking your question, because some of the messages can come through for all of us. Okay, how about one final card to close us off tonight? And we will ask here, as we consider the Gemini full moon and all that she offers, what are we releasing that no longer serves us? What are we releasing that no longer serves us? And we can all take a deep breath with it and let it go. We're releasing weakness. We got the Strength card. We're taking our strength back. And this is beautiful card if you've been feeling really low on energy or feeling like you just don't have the energy to overcome anything. The Strength card comes in. This is Fenrir, and somebody knows the whole thing better than I do. I know Zaralath knows the Norse mythology, but he is able to, hold back the jaws and get Fenrir and keep him from destroying everything pretty much, right? And the rune that we have here is Uruz. And I'm gonna have to go look up the story and maybe make a post about it. This is the number 8 card. So Strength card. Actually, in this deck, it's the 11. So it's switched with the Justice. So we'll go with 8 or 11, which are energies of abundance, which are energies of wishes fulfilled. So we're releasing weakness. We're releasing the lack of energy. We're releasing the things that would prevent us from having courage here. So deep breath on that. Bringing it into the heart. Thank you all so much for joining tonight. It's been an awesome. I went over a little bit, but hey, 3 minutes, it's okay. And I will see you all on the 29th. Come back here. And then some of you I might see on Fridays now when we do Frequency Fridays. So keep an eye out for that. If you want to join Hack the Lack, ladies, seek me out and send me an email or a message. Much love. Happy holidays to everybody. I'll see you on the flip side.